We're talking about batching. Phil's going to share with you a couple of strategies, pros, ways of actually batching, and then one thing that you need to avoid. So take it away, Phil.
Yeah, so a lot of people recommend batch recording episodes. So that means doing a lot of episodes so that you have them ready and available so you're not stressing as much and you're not doing the week by week recordings and having to keep up with that schedule. Because I wouldn't be surprised if some pod fade, that's where you lose that energy for podcasting, disappears because you're constantly trying to keep up with the pace. Every time you've got a new episode out, you have to do a new one. So the way I've batched, I actually use a tool called Trello in order for organizational purposes for me. And then I can see all the episodes that I need to do, and then I can move them over to a line. And I will also block out, if I can have the opportunity to block out a week or a couple of weeks where I just do a bunch of interviews. So I schedule everything through Calendly. That's how I tend to schedule things as well. That allows the calendar to not get too crowded. So those spins have been helpful for me. And as well, I found that the ability for batching is that, especially if you're doing interviews back to back, that you're getting a real good flow of doing them. If you've got gaps between when you're doing them, you sometimes feel a little rusty. So repetition can be really, really helpful when you're doing that. For me, however, something that I think that is something that happened recently that I think is a good warning against batching, or at least a caveat asterisk when you are batching, is to understand that you can't release all of those episodes all at once. So there's going to have to be a scheduling of release. And some of those people that you're going to record, if you're recording a lot in a couple of weeks, are going to come out a lot later than other people. And so being very, very clear and upfront with your guests about when the episodes are going to release. And that's something I did not do. And so at one point I batched 25 episodes. And so episode 25th of my batching recording came out 7 months later than when I recorded, which is not ideal for a guest to have to wait 7 months for their episode to come out. So what I ended up doing is I changed my release schedule and I moved stuff around, and I was very honest, and I had to then contact every single guest and say, just so you're aware, this is when your episode came out. So if you're going to batch, be very clear and upfront with your guests when they can expect their episodes to come out. Otherwise, you're going to find just getting some people disappointed, which is what happened with me. And I had to have those not fun phone calls.